Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Carolina Suarez Arango, and I am a student of the Bachelor's degree in Foreign Languages with emphasis in English at UNAT University. And today I will present an intercultural communication simulation called Building Bridge Through Languages, an academic conversation between Colombia and Canada. The simulation takes place during an international virtual language exchange. A Colombian student and a Canadian student meet online to share their academic experience and learn about each other's cultures through respectful communication. The participants are Carolina Suarez from Colombia and Julian David from Canada. Both are university students who are interested in learning languages and communicating with people from different cultures. The purpose of this conversation is to exchange ideas about language learning and intercultural communication. We also want to understand our educational experience and learn from our cultural difference. During our conversation, we may find some cultural difference related to education and communication. We will solve these situations by listening carefully, asking questions polite, and respecting each other's opinions. During the simulation, we will communicate respectfully and use active listening, empathy, and polite language. We will also ask questions when necessary and appreciate our cultural difference. Now, let's begin our intercultural dialogue. Hello everyone, my name is Carolina Suarez. I am a student in the Bachelor's degree in Foreign Languages with emphasis in English at UNAT University in Colombia. Today I will present an intercultural communication simulation with my classmate Julian David. The title of our presentation is Building Bridge Through Languages, an intercultural academic conversation between Colombia and Canada. In the simulation, we are taking part in an online meeting between two university students in a language exchange program. One student is from UNAT University in Colombia, and the other is a Canadian student who is studying a bachelor's degree in modern languages. And during our conversation, we will talk about learning languages, intercultural communication, and our experience at university. We will also show respect for our different cultures and ideas. Now, let's begin our dialogue. Okay? Good morning. My name is Carolina Suarez. I am from Colombia and I studied the bachelor's degree in foreign languages with emphasis in English at UNAD University. It is very nice to meet you.
Good morning, Caroline. Nice to meet you too. My name is Julian David. I'm from Canada and I study a Bachelor of Art in Modern Language. I'm very happy to participate in this international meeting.
That's great. I think this activity is a good opportunity to meet students from other countries and learn about different cultures.
I agree. Learning another language is also learning another way of thinking. I'm interested in knowing more about your university and your experience as a language student.
Thank you for your interest. UNAD is an online university, so we study in a virtual environment. We have to be very responsible and independent because we organize our own study time. Sometimes it is challenging, but I enjoy learning this way. How about your university?
Well, that's interesting. My university is mostly face to face. We usually have classroom discussions, group projects, and language practice activity every week. Uh, I think both systems have advantage.
Yes, I agree. Every educational system is different. I think online education teaches us responsibility and autonomy.
I completely agree. By the way, may I ask you a question?
Of course, go ahead.
Well, in Canada, many students grow up speaking English and French. Is bilingual education common in Colombia?
Um, no, exactly, because Spanish is our first language, and many students learn English as a foreign language at the school or university. For many of us, learning English creates new academic and professional opportunities.
Okay, thank you for explaining that. I didn't know that. It is interesting to see how bilingual education is different in our countries.
Exactly. Every country has its own educational context. That is why I believe we should always respect different learning experience.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, you mentioned that your classes are asynchronous. I'm not completely familiar with that word. Could you explain what it means, please?
Of course, asynchronous classes mean that students can study at different times. We don't always have live classes. Instead, we use virtual resources, readings, and record materials.
Oh, I understand now. Thank you for explaining it. I appreciate your patience.
You're welcome. Sometimes I also need explanations when I hear expressions that are new to me. Learn together makes communication easier.
Yes, that's true. I think asking questions is very important because it helps avoid misunderstandings.
Yes, I also think listening carefully is just as important as speaking. Respectful communication helps us understand different perspectives.
Yes, I completely agree. Before this meeting, I thought online learning might be difficult. Now I understand that it also develops important skills like autonomy and responsibility.
And before talking with you, I believe that bilingual education was similar everywhere. Now I understand that each country has its own educational traditions.
Exactly, different cultures can teach us valuable lessons. Instead of comparing which system is better, we can learn from each other.
I couldn't agree more. Intercultural communication helps us become better students, better teachers, and better global citizens.
Okay, thank you very much for this conversation, Caroline. I learned many interesting things about Colombia and UNAD.
Thank you too, Julian. I also learned a lot about Canada and your university. I hope we can work together again in another international project. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, thank you for watching our intercultural communication simulation. In this conversation, we try to demonstrate respectful communication, active listening, cultural awareness, empathy, and effective communication strategies. We also show how asking questions, clarifying ideas, and respecting different educational experience can help people communicate successful in intercultural academic contexts. Okay? Thank you very much for your attention. Bye!